Yo, 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 yo. All right. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most underrated but absolutely critical roles in rated battlegrounds, sitting bases. A lot of players think sitting a base is boring, just standing around staring at a flag, but trust me, it's one of the biggest impact roles on your team. You're not just a body on a node, you're the eyes, the voice, and often the reason your team stays ahead. Let's break down exactly what you should be doing while sitting a base to maximize your impact. First things first, accountability. While you're at a base, your job isn't just to watch the flag, it's to track the entire enemy team. Keep mental notes of where players are, who's gone stealth, and how many might be missing. If you suddenly realize multiple enemies have vanished into stealth, that's a red flag. They're probably setting up a play. Calling this out early gives your team way more time to react instead of panicking when you yell, I have two at my base. Be proactive, not reactive. Another critical piece is knowing who the enemy is hitting. For example, if you know their rogue is usually sitting a node and suddenly that rogue shows up in team fight, that's your chance. That likely means their node is ghosted. Call it out loud and clear. Rogue is in team fight, their base is ghosted, but don't just rush in. Don't just be like, I'm gonna go to their base right away. Ask yourself, do they have res timers? Would you get there before they res? If not, it's not worth the attempt. Smart calls win games. Now let's talk about when you get pressure at your base. Even if you think you can 1v1 someone, that's not the point. Your number one priority is sitting and stalling. Call out incoming at stables, 1 or 2 here. Immediately then play defensively to buy time until reinforcements arrive. If you're double sitting and a big incoming wave of 5 or 6 enemies shows up, split roles. One of you stays in stealth while the other one opens and spins the flag. Once that player dies or can't spin anymore, the second person opens to keep the base alive. Remember, you're playing to spin the flag, not to win the fight. If you both open at once, you risk being cleaved together and losing that node instantly. Here's a sneaky trick: using stealth for mind games. If the enemy team doesn't have stealth classes, or if their rogue is already in the team fight, you can play with awareness. Mount up, make sure they see you, run towards their base, then stealth all the way back to your node. Their sitter calls an incoming, they panic, and they peel people from the team fight to defend. Now it's a 9v8 or maybe even an 8v9 if they peel the healer. That's a massive advantage for your team. And you didn't even lift the finger. All you did was just pretend to hit their base. Stealth is powerful. Use it to control the decisions, not just hide. Finally, let's talk about rotations. Say you're sitting stables and your rogue is on mines. Your team is fighting at blacksmith and the enemy rogue leaves farm to join that fight. Now your rogue can ghost farm, and you, as the stable sitter, should reposition so you can cover both stables and mines. Communicate clearly. Covering mines and stables is ghosted. Need someone out of BS to rotate if needed. So, like, what does this mean? Like, if you're sitting both nodes, covering mines and stables while the rogue hits farm, and somebody leaves blacksmith and heads down to mines, you call it out. You say, hey, I'm covering mines. Someone make sure you cover stables, right? And then you go down to mines. Now, if we lose stables, that's on the people at blacksmith. We're not covering the stables while we're checking their farm and defending our mines. So make sure you're clear and concise when you're communicating that. This flexibility is what separates average base sitters from great ones. Don't just park yourself in one spot. Think ahead, adjust, and always keep communication flowing. And that's it. Sitting base is about way more than guarding a flag. It's about awareness, accountability, communication, and smart decision making. By tracking enemies, calling stealth plays, stalling properly, using mind games, and rotating intelligently, you'll transform from a passive sitter into a playmaker that can win games for your team. If you found this guide helpful, drop a like, subscribe for more RBG tips, and let me know in the comments what's your go-to base sitting strategy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
We're the battleground.